What's going on, world? It's your boy Judah, and we are back with another game of Emotion Podcast. To my left, your right is my boo, is my poo, is my thing, is my wife, is the love of my life. Say hey to the people, man.
Hey y'all, I am Shanice.
All right, so we're gonna get right into it and stop starting. So let's dig into this. Today, what we are talking about is very, very, very important to your consistency on a daily basis and just taking advantage of the opportunity you have right now and
Absolutely.
the opportunities to come. What we're talking about today is your mental health. We said your mental health, but I should have said our mental health. I think that's why my title is our mental health because we're not talking at you, we're talking with you because we need to be mentally stable as well. So today's topic is our mental health. That's how we're gonna use it. It's not your.
Okay.
Our mental health. So let me read this intro to you really, really quick. Today we're going to cover a very popular topic, mental health. But we're going to cover this topic. I'm sorry, please forgive me.
We're gonna cover
I,
this topic.
but we're going to cover this topic in a very simple and elementary way
That's right.
that is sure to put you in a better mental position if you understand and apply the simple and very effective advice we're going to give and share today
That's right.
so that you can be consistent daily and take advantage of the opportunity you have right now and opportunities that are meant for you to take advantage of when they do come. So the big question is, how do we achieve a stable mental state consistently? That is the big word, consistently. How do we achieve a stable mental state consistently? The good news is two answers. It's two simple basic answers, and these two answers we're going to dig into the details of how this helps you and also how to do this and how to achieve this. So the first answer is very simple. It's exercising.
Right.
The second answer is even more simple, and that is committing to eating better.
Mm, 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 mm.
Now, we're going to dig into how these two simple things affect your mental health and will put you in a position to where you can be mentally stable consistently so you can take advantage of the opportunity you have right now and the ones that are going to come up at whatever point in time in your life.
That's good.
So, let's dig into this. And then, Bay, I'm gonna ask you your. I'm gonna say the title, and then I
Right.
want to ask you your just the benefits that you've
Oh,
experienced,
for sure.
and you can do I don't know 1, 2, 3. I would say let's keep it at 3 at max. So
Three what examples?
yeah,
Oh,
or
okay.
just benefits.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, what are the basic benefits of exercising? Like, how is this going to help me mentally? How is exercising, committing to exercising, going to benefit me mentally? How is that going to help my mental health? And also, as we dig into this, understand you can start small. If you're in a situation where you don't work out at all, you know you need to work out, you want to work out, but you haven't. This is not something where you go from 0 to 100 or
Right.
50 to 100.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? You can commit to working out twice a week. You dig what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a long hour and a half workout. It can be 20 minutes of walking. It can
Right.
be real super duper simple. The key to it is consistency.
Consistency.
So
Right.
what can you consistently commit to? Can you commit to twice a week? Okay, twice a week I'm gonna walk for 15 minutes after work,
Right.
and that's all I got. That's
Right.
that's that's all I got, and that's okay because those two times a week it adds up over the days, over the weeks, and over the months.
That's right.
The key is committing to what you can consistently do within your own energy and power and what's reasonable and realistic for you.
That's right.
So, because I know a lot of times, now I had to put this disclaimer out there because I know a lot of times when the topic of working out comes out, and especially when it comes to eating better comes up, A lot of
Right.
people think in very extremes, and it's like, no, like that's not realistic. Don't sit here and say you going to commit to 5 days a week working out, and
And
you.
you know, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
you're fine. No, you're
Oh
fine.
no, I'm saying, and you know, you're not going to be able to commit to that.
And you're not even
Right.
working out twice a week right now. So don't say
Right.
you're gonna do 5 days a week.
Right.
Don't do that. Don't,
Right.
because that's not realistic.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Twice. I would recommend at least twice a week. One time a week, that's not enough volume. But Monday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
However, you dig what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, if you're starting from zero when it comes to exercising and when it comes to your eating habits, set very realistic and um not super lofty goals. Don't do that because you can't stay. The key is consistency.
Right.
That is the key. So, babe, how is exercising going to help my mental health? Like, what are the basic benefits that you've experienced? And then you also can, give your
My personal
health journey. Yeah.
Well, honestly, it makes me feel better mentally. Um, it kind of gives me that space of escape. Um,
Escape from what?
um,
Nice one. Go ahead, babe.
escape from
It's real talk.
everyday life,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, real
Because
talk.
the tasks of everyday life can be
Hmm.
a lot.
Hmm.
So just having that space where I can just focus on bettering myself also kind of gives me just, that peace of mind, right? It's a time of solitude. It's a time of where I can connect and ask God to kind of help me even through the workout, right? Like
Yeah.
before I work out, I would always ask, Lord, please, can you help me get through it? Or, please, Lord, talk to me while I'm working out,
Yeah.
things like that. So it
Yeah.
gives me solitude and makes me feel better.
Yes.
And just to know that I'm doing something that's healthy for myself,
Yeah.
right? Not getting lost in the sauce, not getting lost with um, doing things for other people, but not doing things for myself.
And as a mother and a wife, that is very easy for that to
It's
happen.
very
Go
easy
ahead.
to
I'm sorry.
happen, and then yeah, you kind of lose focus of who you are because you're always doing for your family, right? And so, sometimes you have to set those boundaries. Like, no, I just need this time because if I don't do this for myself, then I can't pour out to you. If my cup is empty, how am I going to pour into your cup,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, this is just not a want, but it's exercise. It is more of a need,
Yeah.
right? And when you exercise, in my opinion, it's not only about aesthetics, right? But it's also about functionality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Very good.
And it's also for long periods of time. So exercising is a journey. It's not something that is just you just do it for a moment in time so you can get the body that you want. But
Yeah.
then at the end of the day, like that's it. Like no, it doesn't work like
Right.
that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
So exercise for me is very beneficial. Um and I've been working out just my a little bit about my health journey. Like I've been working out since
22. When
20
we met.
22.
October 22 to be exact.
Okay, yeah, October 2022. Like before, I wasn't consistent, right? And it took, um, it took maybe what you said, like walks. I would do walks sometimes,
Yeah.
or I would join like places. Like at that time, I joined Orange Theory. That's just
Hmm.
because I needed more help. I don't know what to do, right? So I needed
Yeah.
more of assistance. I needed more of a class. Um,
Mhm.
and so this is my journey. So that's why I decided to go that route. And within that, I know you talked about, even if you're new to exercising, starting off early, like starting off with just walks twice a week or
Mhm.
something,
Mhm.
because as you said, over time, then it can build. But what
Yeah.
also too is over time your endurance picks up, and so
Mhm.
then you're able to do more. You're able to commit to 3 or 4 days
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
5 days.
Yeah.
Then
It
you
happens naturally and organically.
That's right. It happens naturally and organically, and your
Mhm.
body gets stronger.
Mhm.
Um, you're mentally stronger. There's
Mhm.
more of a discipline, and then you realize once you've created that space of consistency and discipline,
Mhm.
it transfers into your life
Yeah, everything.
as it is. You get what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Because then you know that there's certain boundaries for this. There's certain things I have to do here. There's certain things that you got to do there, and then it just starts to become it starts to become just more effective, right? And so then that's when it trails off into eating, right? Because
Mhm.
you're not going to want to
Yeah.
exercise and get results,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you're not eating correctly
Yeah.
because it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
I heard one person say this, and I thought this was so true. Exercising is like getting the check, right? But in order to um, cash out the check, you got to be eating right. You get what I'm saying? Because if you're not eating right, then you're not going to get the full results of working out.
Mhm.
So it
Right.
goes hand in hand. I could talk about fitness all day because
Right.
that's just me. So I'm gonna stop right there.
Right, right. No, very good because it's really good because the 3 points that I wrote down of how just the benefits of the basic benefits of exercising, you touched on two of the three. So number
Right,
one, you talked about giving you space to get away,
right,
which is that's in the if you wanted to title that, that's decompressing.
right,
That's what that is. That's what she in the nutshell when she was talking about
right,
getting away. That's decompressing. When you get away, you decompress.
right,
So working out is definitely a very productive way to decompress mentally, emotionally, and physically. Even though you're doing a physical activity, it still is a decompression technique, and it's definitely a decompression technique for me and Pooh, um, because I know, uh, especially lately, we both have been in a place of trying to understand,
mm-hmm,
um, irritated, really concerned to an extent, just
mm-hmm,
a lot of uncertainty concerning things that really matter to us.
right,
That really is like
our
to
core,
close to our heart. Yeah, like
mm-hmm,
real priority stuff.
mm-hmm,
But I know for a fact that our exercise routine has helped us to manage these emotions
that's
and help
right,
us
right,
also to stay connected together and communicating together and working together through
right,
these uncertainties and not letting the situation cause us to get irritated with each other.
right,
So I'm gonna repeat that, not letting the situation cause us to get irritated with each other because we
right,
both in the same situation.
right,
But it's human nature. I'm telling you, you can get irritated with a situation. You're not irritated with the person, but you mess around and take it out on the
that's
person
right,
because you haven't decompressed. You haven't found a way
to
to
release it,
release to some sort of extent. You might not
mm-hmm,
fully release and fully like
mm-hmm,
get to a better mental place, but I'm telling you, working out brings you to a better level, and when you decompress so you can manage it better, you did one. So I know for a fact with me and Pooh,
mm-hmm,
that is definitely a way that we decompress for sure. And then the
right,
second thing she was talking about was praying and talking to God when she was working out.
mm-hmm,
Working out is a form of prayer, or it can be a form of prayer
right,
if you use it in that way. When I'm working out, um, when I work out, I do one or two, especially if something's bothering me. So I will tell God, okay, God, during this workout, I'm working out for answers for this certain thing right here.
mm,
You dig what I'm saying? Then I'll go work out. That's my prayer. You dig what I'm saying? And then especially during the workout, like earlier today, I was like, Lord, please help me work out, cause man, it's like sometimes with me in workouts, like I can roll right into it and really be in the game, and then other time, man, I be yawning, my eye be like I
it's
be about
true,
sleep. Like man, I'm trying to like I can't warm up. Like it's like a car. Like you know what I mean.
mm-hmm,
So that's also a form of prayer. And the last thing is when you work out, you little by little by little you get better physically, and as you get better physically, that directly affects your mind and emotions. Is no way, I'm telling you, it's impossible. You cannot physically get better in it and not mentally and emotionally get better. It's impossible.
that's
It
true,
is directly connected.
that's
You
true,
dig what I'm saying? So now
yes,
we're gonna go to the next bit. Now,
mm-hmm,
when it comes to this eating, I want to help y'all out. So the benefits, the basic benefits of eating better. So let's talk about this really quick. Again, just like when I was saying about exercising, Set very realistic goals that you can
Real.
consistently stick with. So, for example, with me, this is the first time in my life, ever in my life, where I had to come to a place of acknowledgement like, okay, number one, I have to eat better. Number two, I have to lose weight because I'm like 25 pounds overweight. And growing up in my teenage years, my early 20s, and even into my freaking early to mid 30s, I've always been very lean. I've always worked out, but I've never had to be conscious about what I'm eating because I've always been lean. I just always had that body type. But here lately, like maybe the last 2 years, um, about two and a half
Since you've been
years,
married.
yeah, 2.5 years, and it's not even the food that she cooked.
I
It's
know, I know, I
it's like
know,
I am a
I know.
snacker. I love jelly beans. I love peach rings.
He
I
loves
love
sweets.
yeah. I'm a snacker. I love sweets. You dig what I'm saying? And I've always been able to eat like that and still have a 4 pack. I ain't have a 6 pack, but still have a 4 pack. Still be lean. Still be quick. You know. But over these last 2.5 years, it's like I done legit gained like 25 pounds, and I came to a realization like, okay, I cannot keep eating like this
That's
because
right.
I'm gonna keep creeping up, and this just not working for me. I'm not used to looking like this. So what I did, I said, okay, I know good and well I'm not about to just go on no hard, you know, super disciplined, eating regimen. So okay, so what did I say? Okay, well I gotta cut
Cut
the jelly
out.
beans out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's very
Mm-hmm.
simple stuff. I gotta stop the jelly beans. I gotta stop the peach rings, like the candy, and I love pastries. Like, okay, you can't do that. 5, 6 days, 7 days out the week. If you do that,
Yeah.
that got to be like a 1 day play, man, because you
Right.
got to get this off of you. So that's been realistic for me. You
Right.
dig what I'm saying? So
Right.
as we dig into this eating, I just want you to set realistic things that you can consistently do. For me, okay, I can stop the jelly beans. I can stop the peach rings. I can stop the. Let me tell you how bad it got. It got so bad to the point where when I go to the gas station, like I was eating all the jelly beans from myself, and then I know when the delivery is coming, so I would,
Babe, you never told me that.
yeah, I would pace it. I would pace it
Oh
like,
my gosh,
like so
that's
instead of
crazy.
cause they give you 2 packs with $2.22. So yeah, so I would take one at a time, so I don't eat all of them before they re up
Babe,
again.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's when I realized like, okay, yeah, exactly. You got to stop this, man. You got to stop this because this is not. You can't live like this. Your weight gonna keep creeping up. Like it's gonna keep creeping,
And
and
see,
before.
you live that life, like that whole lean life, the whole time you've been, doing your
This
thing.
is my first time in my life ever being this big. And the other dangerous thing, I don't know if anybody else experienced it, but I'm gonna give you this as some game. The other dangerous thing is I have gained 25 pounds, but I don't feel it at all. I don't feel heavy. I don't feel sluggish. My knees don't hurt. I'm not out of shape. I'm not breathing hard. I'm not,
Well, you're
walking
not
and getting
that
tired.
overweight. Like you make it seem like
But for me, babe,
when
that's
I say that, I'm saying like you're talking about breathing hard and knees cracking and all that stuff. Like
But when most people gain 25 pounds, they stuff like that happens. But I'm just saying for anybody out there that's in this similar situation,
yeah, but I
and
don't agree with that because I gained 25 pounds and I wasn't breathing heavy and doing all that. I'm just saying like
okay,
25 pounds is really, I mean, it's not that bad. It is bad because that's something that you're not used to,
yeah, that's a
right?
lot of weight for me,
But
babe.
25 pounds, if you logistically look at it, like it's,
But 25 pounds of jelly beans and peach rings, babe,
no, that's
that's,
your fault. You just doing
babe,
too
I'm
much.
just saying, I'm just saying,
You
man, that's a
do
lot
too
of
much.
weight, yo. That's all I'm
You do
saying.
too much. Where I'm the opposite. Like I had to work hard for everything. Like all of this, losing weight and all the things. Just childhood coming up because I was a little sorry about that, y'all. I was a little on the bigger end, right? And
Mm,
so not really that big, but I'm just saying like exercising was never really a thing to me. So once I got once I started working out, and locked in, it was just like, oh wow, like this is amazing. You know what
mm,
I'm saying?
mm,
And so it's
yeah,
just like I gotta work for all of this. Like this just is not like, oh, you so cute. Oh, look at you.
yeah. Now you got to
Nah,
you
nah,
have to
I gotta
grind
work.
for it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had to grind for this right
yeah,
here. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, and like he knows that if it comes to eating, well, when it comes to eating healthy, like I try my best.
No, yeah, you way better than me.
I'm trying
You
to
you
get you
way
on the
better.
same team as
Yeah, I'm
y'all.
I'm I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Like
Trying to
I
get you on the
I
same
done came
team.
down. My weight done came down. Everything. So let's dig into this.
Come on.
Give them the benefits of eating better. So the first thing is, and I'm giving you the benefits of what I felt, and hopefully you can relate. Relate. Number one, I don't feel bloated. Like I don't feel like my stomach is poking out. Like cause I done ate like when I used to eat my jelly beans, and eat my peach rings, and eat like I could feel the weight. It didn't feel really bad, but now that I cut it out, I don't feel it at all. You
Right,
dig
it's
what I'm saying?
good.
I don't feel the bloat on my stomach. The second thing is I do feel lighter. You dig what I'm saying? I do feel lighter in my body. And I didn't that's what I'm saying. This is a dangerous thing. I didn't feel super heavy. I could feel it, but it wasn't anything that was like hindering me. But now that I cut out in specific like those gas station snacks and those vending machine snacks, like I legit I do feel lighter. You dig what I'm saying? And then the third thing is um I have experienced inspiration to become more disciplined. So now instead of my snacking at the gas station and the vending machine, now I just buy like 4 tubs of yogurt. You dig what I'm saying? Like the big things of yogurt. And I just snack on that. Like so when I go eat my yogurt, I eat like I don't know if this is excessive or not, but excessive or not, but it's better than what I was doing.
Right.
I eat like 10 spoons of yogurt or 8 spoons of yogurt. You dig what I'm saying? And then I be pretty straight from there, and then I go back to work. So for me, I realized okay, during the day I have to win in my eating
Eating
during
during
the
the day.
daytime.
That's right.
I
That's
have
right.
to win in my eating during the daytime. So right now, winning for me is eating my yogurt throughout the day and no snacks whatsoever from the gas station or vending machine. No matter how many scoops hitting, I'm just like this is way better than what
You were
I've
doing.
been doing.
And I want to stop you right
What do
there
you
too,
think?
because there's another key thing that is so important. When it comes to eating healthy, you have to prepare.
That's real.
And I
That's real.
tell him all the
Yep.
time that when it comes
Yep.
to
Yep.
this, you have to make
You
sure
got a game plan. You
you
right, buddy.
got to prepare,
You right.
because if you don't prepare, then you
Mhm.
are leaving yourself in a position where now
Mhm.
you're just taking um the whatever, I don't want to say the leftovers, but now you're just putting yourself in a position where you're open to anything,
Mhm.
right? But
Yeah.
once you prepare your meals, like okay, breakfast, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna prepare and I'm gonna do this.
Mhm.
Lunch, I'm gonna have this prepared. So for me, like when I go to work, it's like okay, I'll make a little lunchbox.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She does.
Because
Yeah.
I try not, and I be trying to get him on. But my
Yeah.
thing is,
But my game plan now is my yogurt's like
yeah,
that
that's
because that's where
good.
I'm at right now.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. So I can't
Yeah.
even argue right there. That's
Yeah.
good. So, like the preparation part, like for lunch, you make sure you pack your lunch, whatever
Mhm.
healthy snacks or whatever
Mhm.
you have for lunch.
Mhm.
Dinner, you got to prepare what is healthy for dinner.
Mhm.
Okay, you have your protein, you have your greens, you have your carbohydrates.
Mhm.
That is a balanced meal. You get what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
You eat 3 times a day. Don't
Right.
skip breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day because that's what you burn. You burn that. Like if you're working, you
Mhm.
burn that. So breakfast, you should have a good, substantial breakfast. And I need to do better with that, but because I like to drink my coffee. Um,
Mhm.
but just having breakfast is important. Lunch is too. Because the thing is, again, if you don't prepare, you're going to start to snack. Because
Yeah.
it's easy and it's accessible. That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
It's affordable
Those
too.
things are easy, and that's why they're there. Because now they're easy to access, and also too, if you are trying to eat healthy, you can substitute, like he's doing yogurt instead of snacks, right?
Mhm.
But he's substituting for something else that he likes. He likes yogurt, he likes oatmeal. It's just more of a healthier option. And one thing you have to also realize is that you don't have to change your diet all at one time, like he was
Yeah.
saying.
Mhm.
You take one or two things that you're going to change, and once you start to change it again over time, then it'll be two or three more
Mhm.
or four
Mhm.
things or five things that you might change.
Mhm.
And before you know it, you're disciplined enough, and you're meal prepping, and and you're conscious of what you're eating, you're conscious of the way that your body's responding
Mhm.
to what you're eating, all of those things that you're conscious and aware of,
Mhm.
to the point where you're like, man, I feel good. So then when people see you, they're like, dang, how old are you? You're like, you don't need to know that, but just know
Mhm.
that
Yeah, I'm getting
I'm
tight over
I'm
here.
getting right. I'm doing my
I'm
thing. As I
getting
tell
tight.
my students all the time,
Yeah,
you're getting older and I'm getting younger.
yeah, that
Okay,
part.
you know what I'm
Yeah, I'm
saying?
getting
So
tight.
that
Come on.
right, right.
Yeah.
Because when I tell people my age all the time, they're like, "You're
Mhm.
what?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm pushing on 40." You feel what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's like once you feel good within yourself, and by that is eating right
Mhm.
and exercising,
Mhm.
it's like a totally new, like you just
Yeah,
feel
it's gonna
good.
affect your mental health
It
positive.
is for
Now,
sure.
I want to give y'all one quick thing because so Pooh, when it comes to eating, Pooh is a lot more disciplined than me. That's one of her strong points, in my opinion, from my perception. That's one of my weak points. So for those of you that's like, man, I just don't know how to do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, okay, so this is how you do it. This is how I think about it. I say, okay, I have to win. I'm repeating myself, but I have to win in my eating during the day. Winning for me looks
Right.
like number one, not snacking, and number two, not eating to where I feel like my stomach is poking out. So what is that for me? That's yogurt. I can eat yogurt throughout from the time I get to work at 9 to the time I leave at 7, 8 o'clock. But I don't feel heavy. And then when I come home, I just eat whatever Sheena cooked. So what you can do is to start out, find out something that you can eat throughout the day that you like, that's satisfying, but it's not heavy. And then when you eat your dinner at night, okay, you free, you can eat. You dig what I'm saying? Because that's only one heavy meal on your stomach. That's realistic. You dig what I'm saying? And then what happens is, as you continue to run that play, then you will your discipline will increase to where you can get to where Pooh talking about, and you got a real game plan for 3 meals per day. But if you're not at that point right now, because I'm not at that point, I can't game plan 3 meals. I'm just not there to do that.
Right.
I'm not there. That, like, for me, this is the first time in my life where I've really had to be very conscious and intentional about my eating, because I've always been lean. So as long as I'm working out and training and running, I can eat whatever I want. I ain't gaining no weight. You did what I'm saying? But this is my first time. So for me, it's like, okay, the yogurt for me is the play. I like the yogurt. They got different flavors and I
Right.
can binge on it and I'm straight.
Right.
And then when I get home, whatever Puna cook, I'm free for the day. Cause I ain't really ate nothing heavy, but I don't feel hungry. But whatever she need to cook, whether it's healthy or not, I'm straight. You dig what I'm saying? So you can run that play. Now, in order to do all of this, what we're talking about, to
Right.
benefit your mental health, you absolutely must focus
Focus over
over
your
your emotions.
emotions.
Now, one emotion that you might feel as you're listening and watching this, you might feel an emotion of overwhelm. Like, man, I feel like I got so much to do and so much to catch up on, and I got so much that I need to change, and I know I need to change it. Okay, that's an emotional or and a feeling of overwhelm. So the thing about that, understand, you do not, no, not even you do not. I'm telling you, do not try to go from 0 to 100. Don't try to do all this at once.
Right.
Even break it down. Okay, don't even worry about the eating right now. Focus on the exercising, or don't even worry about the exercising. Focus
Focus
on
on
the
the
eating.
eating. Yeah.
Do one of the two. You dig
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when you do one of those two, do it in a very realistic way for you.
That's right.
This is how you have to break it down to the very smallest fraction. You have to break it down to the very simplest task that you can stay consistent with. So that the way you deal with that overwhelm feeling is, you break it down to the simplest task. You break it down to the smallest fraction, and that's how you go from overwhelm to being able to see, okay, I can manage and I really can do this. The
That's
second
right.
the second thing you gotta understand your emotions are not your friend. So
Right.
again, when it comes to eating and exercising, a lot of times people get overwhelmed because they know they need to change. You know you need to change. You know this not healthy. You know this not good. And then you're seeing the bigger picture of everything you need to do. And it's like, no, understand that's your emotions. Your emotions are not your friend. They're not logical. Number one, it's not logical to go from 0 days a week to 5 days a week working
Right.
out. That is not logical.
Right.
That's not practical.
Right.
That's your emotion. So understand your emotions are not your friend. And then number three, focus. What you need to focus on right now, and what we need. Well, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just you say this for the very beginner. If you're at the very
Mhm.
beginner stage,
Mhm.
what you need to focus on is one or the other. That need to be your focus. Either you focus on exercising twice a week for maybe 15, 20 minutes, or you're focusing on, okay, what can I eat during the day that's light, and then when I get home, I'm free to eat.
That's right. And
That's
and I'm sorry to
no,
cut
do
you off
your
right
thing, do
here,
your thing.
but and also too, I just kind of want to chime in and say this. Do not pay attention to the result, because a lot of times when we think about the bigger
Very
picture,
good.
we
Very
think
good.
about results and we think about the results that we're supposed to see because we make the change. But sometimes results happen right away, and sometimes results take time.
Yeah.
So do not pay attention to the results, and
Yeah.
also do not, and I'm talking to myself when I say this, do not pay attention to social media,
Come on,
because once you
man.
pay attention to social media,
All right.
you compare this the comparison of where you should
And you
be,
never gonna feel
and you're
adequate.
never gonna feel
I'm trying to tell
adequate.
you.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
And I be on pool. I really be on pool about that because it is a healthy.
It
Okay, you
is.
can watch this to learn and add this to your regimen, but
Right.
then there's a real delicate balance because that junk will make you
Will.
feel like I will never get there, and I might as well just be happy and fat.
No, seriously. And
For
that's when you
real.
give up. That's when you're like,
Yeah.
okay, that's when the overwhelmness kicks in.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, then whatever I'm doing is not
It's
beneficial.
not good enough.
But it is, though. It is, because even if it's losing inches, and
Mhm.
sometimes we
Mhm.
don't see losing inches, right?
Mhm.
If the
Yeah.
scale doesn't move, sometimes, that's okay. That's why they say do not consistently weigh yourself,
Yep.
especially when you're in the stage of,
Very beginning
right,
stage.
right. Like, okay, you
Yeah.
weigh yourself one
Maybe if
time.
once a week.
That's right.
Once a week.
Right. At
Yeah,
max.
and
I
leave it
can't.
alone.
That's right. And before, when I first started, I was always on the scale. And then I realized I will fluctuate in pounds, like 2 to 3 pounds. And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, it's about to drive me insane, to the point
Mhm.
where I stopped, because guess what? What I see and what I feel within my body is like,
Two
okay,
different
it's
things.
two different things, and I like where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know I could get better, right? But I'm
Mhm.
just saying, at this current moment in time, I feel good. I feel strong. I feel um like I'm getting to a certain place. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And
Mhm.
I know I can continue on. So again, just make sure when you are doing this, and we're talking about focusing over your emotions, do not pay attention to results, and do not pay attention to social media.
Yeah, yeah. That's it, man.
That's all
That's
we
it.
got.
That's it. If you guys have any questions, leave your questions in the comment section. We definitely will do our best to answer any questions that you guys have. And we're not going to stay here too much longer because I just don't want to use up all your time.
Right.
But with that being said, I guarantee we will be back next week with another episode. We hope this helps you. But I'm telling you, man, if you run this play, we will achieve mental stability,
Ability.
and our
That's right.
mental health
Right.
will be consistent and stable so that we can take advantage of the opportunity we have right now and the opportunities that are coming up that are meant for us to take advantage of. And that's what it's really all about. With that being said, that is our time for today. We are
G O N E
GONE
gone.
gone.